Right, people, got a good interview. Well, they're always good interviews, but I've got an interesting interview, not on Doug's Atomic Dustbin, because we thought we'd do this one, needed a bit more attention, and we'd do it separate. So, anyway, introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name's Ryan Kershaw. I'm a singer-songwriter from Scotland. And on top of that, I am the manager of a record label called Red Tangent Records, and we are quite unique in the way that we work. Is that we are a charity that sign or help to sign ex-prisoners or people who've had lived experience in the UK criminal justice system. We sort of guide them and help them, and yeah, whatever level they're at as an artist, we sort of try and
Yeah.
help them towards try building a career within the music industry.
And that's why I wanted to talk to you, because obviously that's what we're about. We're about music and up and coming bands, emerging bands, try to get a break. But actually, when you think about people in the criminal justice system, for whatever reason they've been in there, if there's not a life outside that, where they can contribute to society or feel like they're part of society, then unfortunately they're going to end up regressing and going back to whatever they did before and why they end up in the first place, aren't they? So it's
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's all about giving himself a focus, giving them a focus and a structure and something to look forward to. A lot of the guys and girls in prison, they have nothing. They have nothing to look forward to. They had nothing to look forward to before they were in prison, which is why they ended up in that situation in the first place. Not in every case, of course, but yeah, absolutely.
so
Yeah,
you obviously you're in Scotland. Are you countrywide? Do you deal with people countrywide, or do you just basically work
yeah.
in
So,
Scotland?
so the record label's based in Bristol.
Right. What's that called? Did you say? I can't
Yeah,
remember. What's it called?
Red Tangent
That's it.
Red Tangent Records. So there's a huge charity, well, I say huge, a big charity down in Bristol called Changing Tunes, and they run in-prison workshops and post-release workshops, music workshops, and things like that. And we're a sidearm of Changing Tunes. So they set up a record label. So they work with people in prison who are like helping them write songs and being creative, etc. And if they, of course, find somebody with potential and they want to further that, then upon the release, they get referred over to me, and then I sort of take it from there. But on top of that, I also go into other prisons and just scout the country for musicians, and if they qualify for our record label, and I do what I can to try and help them.
Excellent. So, did they go off and then form bands or do solo stuff? What's generally is it everything, the whole gambit? Is it?
Yeah, at the moment, we have a huge eclectic taste of music and talent within the record label. We've got singer-songwriters, we've got hip-hop artists, we've got rock bands, metal bands, we've got, um, grime and every genre you can think of and anything in between. We've got a really interesting band called Whack Therapists, and they're sort of I always compare them a mix between the Beastie Boys and Rage Against the Machine,
Right.
crossed with Goldie Looking Chain, the comedy element of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a lot of unique acts, definitely.
Excellent. And you're an artist yourself, of course.
Yeah, so that's how it all started. So I was released from prison 6 years ago. This coming month, 6 years ago. I was always a musician growing up, playing local
Ah, right,
gigs
okay.
and all the local discos, and then trying to. I mean, we used to play 4 or 5 nights a week, doing our own sort of thing. But then, as you do, I grew up, got married, had kids, sort of just settled down, and I was just playing the guitar as a hobby. And then, of course, the worst case scenario, I ended up serving 6 months inside Adderall prison. And when I was there, that's all I sort of had. Only outlet I had was to play music. So I started getting right into the guitar again, and playing 8 hours a day. I managed to get back to my previous
Wow.
form.
Well, you've got,
You know,
without being awful, you've got no other distractions. And if you can actually still play, I mean, that's what you're
yeah.
going to do, aren't
And it's
you?
all about. Well, I try and I never ever thought of myself as a role model, but I seem to be viewed as one more and more, because there was one guy inside the prison who was a tutor essentially. He'd done the music classes, and he was the one who every day I went with a new song that I'd written that night. He would be like, "This is fantastic." So that
Wow.
was really encouraged me to go back to my cell that night and write another one and write another one. And by the time it was time to go home, I had this book full of songs.
Wow,
And
you must have 6 months. You've got a lot of music
yeah,
going on there, haven't you?
yeah. So I put them on SoundCloud. Just me recording myself live on the iPad sounded terrible. I put them on SoundCloud, and within a month, I had 2 record deals on the table. offering to because of the situation. One of them was a record label in Glasgow. I worked with them for a couple of years, but it wasn't going anywhere. So Red Tangent Records approached me and I signed to them as an artist, and I released my
Awesome.
first album, Red Tangent, and then it just by circumstance, the previous manager of the label, he moved on for whatever reason, and I was sort of left in limbo. I knew nothing about the music industry. I knew nothing about it, and then I was just happy enough that people were paying me to go to the studios and to write and record songs, and then I was in a situation where I had to take it upon myself to start learning the music industry. And then within 4 months, 5 months, the boss of the Changing Tunes offered me the manager's post at Red Tangent Records.
So when
So,
you said before, I don't know why, but I seem to be a bit of a role model. I think you're being very humble because what you've done, you've gone inside, yeah, for a short period of time, which is great. You know what I mean? Not great, but great. It's only a short period of time. Kept yourself busy by producing music, and then you've taught yourself the music industry. When you've come out, nothing you don't know about. So if I was in prison coming out, I'd go, shit, if this guy can do it, I'm having a go as well because he's gone from being inside, and he's doing that now. So that's
yeah,
why you're a role model, mate. And
yeah. And I'm physically, I'm seeing these guys coming through the prison, getting out, contacting me like they promised they would do, and now they're releasing music through the record label, and it's just an amazing,
mate,
amazing.
it's an awesome feeling. I mean, we don't manage
Yeah.
anyone, but we promote a lot of bands. And we've seen young bands start off when they're 15, 16, very shy, timid, and grow into these things. And you think, well, we're only a small part of it, but you feel part of it and so proud. And especially if you're managing, that's on another level, isn't it? So that's
Yeah, I mean, I always loved when my first album came out on vinyl, and I loved because I'm a huge vinyl collector, and having my own vinyl in my collection was just my dream
know,
come true. But
mad.
now my name's on other people's vinyls as well. So
Oh, that's amazing, mate. And that's a lot of artists do that at the minute. Obviously, everything's digital downloads, or no one produces CDs, and I don't think most people
yeah,
don't have a CD player in the car. My car's old enough to have one in, but
same.
I don't have a record player. Seriously, don't have it. I've got all this shit here, and I have not got a record player, so I need to get one. I'll get albums given to me, and I can't even play them. Anyway, going back to that, I've said to a lot of bands, it's great if you can afford to produce a physical album because that's something tangible that you can hold on. It's not the same as going, oh, here's my music on Spotify. Have a listen to, your grandkids, great grandkids. There you go. That's your great granddad, that on there. And you go, no, this was his. And they go, wow, what's that? I think,
Yeah.
Even if you never played it and it's just part of the furniture or you have it in a frame or whatever,
Yeah.
that is yours. And I think hats off to you. I think you've done remarkably well, mate. So do you do
Yeah.
this? Do you do that full time then? Is that what how you earn your money?
I do it. I do it. I'm 24/7. I do it, but yeah, officially, I think it's roughly like it's part time. You know what I mean? In regards to like getting paid work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like 2 or 3 days a week. But I'm yeah, it's a lifestyle. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is. I mean, artists call me anywhere between 8 in the morning and 2 o'clock in the morning
I'll be like, "Boo, sorry, no.
just to have a rant, and there's a problem, and because that. Yeah, because they can be. There's obviously when artists' songs released, some of them stay awake to midnight to make sure everything's
Yeah,
okay and all the rest of it. And
yeah.
I remember when my first single ever went out, and there's only one other artist on Spotify called Ryan Kershaw, and they stuck all my songs in his catalogue.
Oh,
And it's like, oh no, now you need to
no.
run around trying to get it all fixed. So things like that happen all the time, and
Yeah.
people's names haven't been mentioned in the right places, and it's just so yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
people
non-stop doing stuff like that.
people get offended, don't they? I mean, we've had it when we used to have, I used to have a lot of presenters, and that's one reason why I don't have any presenters now. There's only two of us, potentially three, because when you've got
Yeah.
9, 10, well, I think we had 15 presenters at one time, and it's like, can be also, oh, you've not put me show on, oh, this is the wrong show because we had to schedule stuff that repeats or whatever. Absolute.
Well, on the bigger picture of things, I mean, obviously we help these artists as well, but it also gives like loads of young local sort of entrepreneurs and young businesses to help out as well, because they get their sort of people they know to produce the stuff, or to then create the other guys to create the artwork, and then other guys to do this, and photographers, and it's all in a sort of closed group, and they all sort of work together, and we sort of help fund all that. So it's fantastic. It really is. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you don't need to say it or whatever, but go into detail. But do you find from people that have been inside come out, do what you're doing? what is the percentage of them that stay out? Do you know what I mean? Does it? What I'm trying to get at, does it?
Yeah, so
Does it?
from Changing Tunes and Red Tangent Records as a whole, I think it's like 2% go back.
Yeah, so it's
Because
got a
because they have that focus, and out with that, I can't remember the exact figure, but out with that, it's astronomically higher.
Yeah. So do you know what I'm trying to get at? I think I'm trying to take it from a positive, not a negative for you, but
Yeah.
the positive from it is, yeah, that's great, because if you look at the crime statistics for the general public, it's probably more than your percentage of the people that are coming in and doing what you're doing. So that's great if it's actually proving a point. It's a bit like Simpsons, the shoe shop, didn't it? They used to they would recruit people that had been in the prison service, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
And that's fantastic, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Just because you've been...
there's a huge stigma attached to people who have been inside prison. You know what I mean? But half the guys that I could introduce you to, you would never know that they've been inside prison. It's just that there is unfortunately a stigma attached to it, and we need me personally, I need to live with it every single day. I
know. I should imagine. I know someone who was in a bit of trouble a few years ago. I'm not even going to talk about it because I work it out, and that follows him round, and it wasn't even. It was something that was provoked to him, and he reacted to it, and now he's got to suffer with that, and it affects him going for a job, and you think, fuck, it's wrong, because the guy is such a fucking nice bloke. Do you know what I mean? I'd trust him in fucking life, and I think, oh my God, he's made a mistake, or someone's aggravated him, and now he's suffering for that, and I think, yeah, it's not nice. Trouble is, we all, virtually everyone, if you were that name, been in prison, straight, oh, fucking hell, don't mess with him. But you don't know why. You don't know why. It could have been a traffic offence. It could have been anything. Could have been absolutely anything. Could have been,
Well, I'm the perfect example. I won't mention, of course, my crimes on.
No, you don't need to.
Just Google my name and you'll laugh your head off. You'll be like, what the actual hell?
Yeah, it could be anything. Could be anything, and then you've got to live with that. And it's like, wow, yeah. Anyway, it's good.
I'll be honest though, in my situation, I wouldn't change it for the world.
No, well, it's got you where you are now, hasn't it? You know what I mean? At the time, it's like a lot of things in life and if anyone's watching and they're going through a hard, tough time, for fuck's sake, don't do the stupid thing and take your own life. Whatever shit you're going through will pass, and you can end up being better. I've been made, it's not the same as you go to prison, but I've been made redundant 2 or 3 times, and the first time I thought like the world was ending, what am I going to do? It was around Christmas time, and I'm like, oh God, what I'm going to pay the mortgage, I'm going to do this, and then, but what happened is it's ended up getting me to the jobs in the future. If that hadn't have happened, I wouldn't have ended up where I was up here within logistics that I was in. Do you know what I mean? So it's
absolutely, everything happens for a reason, definitely, especially
yeah, it's mad, mate. It's mad. It's really good. It's really good. So did they end up producing music? So do you have a where do they go? Where will people go to see that? Who's there? What the music is like? Is it all on your website, or what's the best way to do?
Yeah, well, we have a website. It's redtangentrecords.com. We've got, of course, the usual socials, etc. And of course, all the artists have their own individual artist pages that they manage themselves, essentially.
Yeah.
We're quite laid back in the sense that I would imagine that big record labels would have quite a huge say over how things sound and how things go out, and we don't sort of, as long as I'm happy as long as the artist is happy releasing their music, and I'm happy with that.
They're creating it, aren't they? If they're creating something and putting it out there, and at the end of the day, a lot of it, what you're doing or what they're doing, is for them, innit? So they're actually producing something for them that they're happy with, and maybe the audio's not quite right or whatever's not quite right. But if they've not got the finances, they can't do that. And then as time goes on, you re-record them or you have them mastered or whatever the thing is. But I think it's like a lot of stuff. People want to critique things too much, like putting videos out and stuff like that. I very rarely edit any of my videos, any of these interviews. I might just take the odd bit out if something's gone wrong or we play music, but I just put it out because I think I don't want to be messing about editing it, and just leave it, and then we'll see what happens on the back of it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's more natural.
For me as an artist, the whole content creation thing, as you can imagine, I hate it. I hate having to sort of make videos. What I've done this time is I've got a campaign just started. I've got a single coming out next month and another one, and then the album's coming out in August. And then what I done this time is I just went to London for the day. I recorded all my content in one day, like 6 months worth of videos in one day.
Nice.
Just got it all done because I'm not the kind of artist or guy that can talk to a camera and just this is what's happening and that's what's happening. I don't really have the sort of self
Yeah,
confidence to do that.
I think.
And I'm a confident person. I just
Oh
think
no, I can
find
tell
it
that.
quite,
Can tell that.
yeah,
But
it's just quite cringy for me to do that.
well, there's different ways of doing it, isn't there? You can either
Yeah, no,
create live content every day and go, "Oh, I'm doing this today," or you block record it and block do it. Bit like this show, what I do, and I found it really successful since Christmas. Whenever I start looking at it, I record a show. It can be, an interview. It can be an hour, whatever, 30 minutes, half an hour. Then I then I put it in old Opus clips, chop it all up, and then I post that over several weeks. So that
yeah.
if I've not got a chance to go live or do a video in the day, every day there's videos coming out because I've recorded. So I've got like about four. After this one, I'll have 4 videos to edit. Some are only short,
Yeah.
but I will schedule stuff right to the end of June because I'm busy
Mhm.
part of June and we're not doing any shows in some of June. So
Yeah.
I think what you do
And
is the
you
right
can
thing.
when the label first started, I used to do the artist sort of content and get their video and post stuff all the time. But it's grew to the point where the artists just do it all themselves, and I
Oh,
just asked them
so they
to,
should.
to
So they should. You
yeah,
don't want to be
to
doing.
do it themselves.
Hey, if you
But
don't.
some, but again, but we have artists who are at the level where they can make content, they can go to the studios, they can record songs, and they can make it sound professional, and we can get it out there. But I've got other artists who are not quite at that level yet, but that's where we try and step in and help them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, and help them try and create that content, and you know.
Sounds absolutely bloody marvellous, mate. I'm loving it. And we'll have to, at some point, you'll have to send us a list of some of your artists so we can go and check them out. And
Yeah,
if any
definitely.
fit
We've
on
got
the
some fantastic, some of the talent that we've got, some of the talents, it's mind-boggling, it really is.
and if any fit on the show, because we do an indie, I do an indie show predominantly, so we
Yeah,
sometimes stretch it a bit, be a bit of indie rock, a bit of grunge or whatever. But yeah,
yeah,
send us some links to some of your bands, and then what we'll do is we'll slap some on the normal show and get them aired out there, get them out there. So,
yeah, good stuff,
and
man.
you never know, we might interview some of them as well.
Yeah, why not, man? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
They've all got a story to tell, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because of what they've been through. It's yeah, they've all got a
I,
story.
it's Janice goes mad because she produces the show and all the music, but it's my favourite part of the show is doing the interview. It's the
Hmm.
what about the music? Yeah, the music's great, but talking to people, getting to know them, getting to understand and
Yeah,
getting to hear the stories, I think it's really powerful. And well, we'll chat again at some point. But I'll probably if there's any of the guys out there that or girls whatever want to come on. And we'll have a chat. If you think they've got a good story, well, get them on. Let's get them on, and we'll get it out
yeah,
there.
well,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
well, that's good.
not a problem
And
because
of
I do.
course, if anybody listening knows anybody who's been through that sort of situation and they're talented themselves, certainly send them my way, and we can do what we can to help them.
Yeah, it's good. So you don't set any gigs up or anything like that. You just basically do you manage
Um,
it for
we,
gigs?
we, we, no, we do like a showcase once a year. We done last year. We done a showcase at the Bristol Beacon, with all of our artists performed at that. So yeah, we do a showcase once a year. But I can't say too much just now. But
All right.
there's something in the background. There's something in the background just now that's quite exciting. And I'm trying to hold off to do the next showcase because there's people I want there, and I'm just holding off to that can
Excellent.
happen.
Well, when that happens, let us know. Drop us a note or
Definitely.
something, and we'll promote whatever we can promote. Do you know what I mean?
Awesome,
So
thank you.
so
Brilliant, mate.
what's your plans? What's your plans for the future? Just carry on what you're doing. What's your big dreams? Have you got any big dreams?
Yeah, I'd love to. I said my second album's due out. This will be my last album for a while as an artist. Yeah, and that'll be helping them going back to being involved with the other artists. But yeah, my dream at the moment, I would love for Red Tangent to get to the stage where we were sort of self-sufficient. You know what I mean? Have us have some real successful artists on the label.
Yeah.
Start producing money ourselves, so when they can then put that money back into the artists. And we're quite unique in that way as well. When it comes to the signing a record contract, obviously we're not strict in any way whatsoever. We ask the artist to write their own contract.
Right. Okay.
I hand it to the artist and say, right, well, how do you want this to work? And then they tell me how they want it to
Wow.
work, and that's what we do.
That's absolutely sounds
Because
great.
any money that we get from anything from royalty wise or anything at all, we just go straight back to the guys who earned it. So and then they of course get the majority cut of everything as well. So it's really unique what we do.
That sounds good. Sounds really good. Really, 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 really positive. So what's your name go under for people so they can go and listen to your music?
My name's Ryan Kershaw, but on social media it's Ryan Kershaw Official, and that's across the board on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube, or etc.
Excellent, excellent. I tell you what, well, this will go out and it might be in the middle of winter when someone's watching it, but it's going to be absolutely scorching this weekend, and it's.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. This morning I finished. I also do youth work as well,
Nice.
as the record label. So I got home this morning about 9 o'clock. So I've come straight down with the kids to the caravan and the family down here. So just spend a few days down here. Hopefully the weather will be nice.
Yeah, it will be nice. I've been on a motorcycle today working, and it was 26, 27 degrees, absolutely baking. I should have put some different clothes on, but
yeah, not quite that hot here in Scotland yet, but I think it will be on Sunday. Apparently,
if it's Scotland, it might get up to about 16, might it?
Yeah, if we're lucky.
It's a shame, really, because it's not a shame because it looks like it does. But I absolutely love Scotland. I love the scenery. I've rode up there a couple of times, and my lad did a 3-peat challenge last year, so we was up there in end of September, October time. It's a beautiful place.
Well, if you got through Loch Lomond, etc., and even up the Highlands, if you get it on a nice day, it's like a different country altogether.
Stunning.
It's unbelievable.
It's absolutely stunning. I love Wales and I love Scotland, but Scotland is just like you ride through there, and some of the places you ride through, and you're just like, this is just outstanding.
Yeah, magic. Yeah,
it's great, isn't it? And everyone, wherever we went, we was very welcome, really friendly with us. Especially on the bikes and that, which was nice. Wasn't sure what we'd get, but yeah, it was well received. We was by the Scottish people. It was nice.
Good.
Great memories. Well,
Awesome,
it sounds like you've got a great weekend planned for your family, and sounds like you're doing an amazing job. That I'm really interested. I think it's great. Is there anything ever else you wanted to talk about?
No, to say we've got. I said all the artists that we have. It said just you can check them all out. redtangentrecords.com. On our Instagram page, and I said we've got some. Just go and check out the artists and let us know what you think of the music. We've got a playlist as well on Spotify, Red Tangent Records.
Oh, great! That's what I was hoping you had something. Well, what I'll do is when this is on YouTube, people, there'll be a link down there to everything, Red Tangent Records and everything, and you can go and check them out, which will be absolutely great, mate.
Awesome.
Be great, wonderful. Well, check it out, and if anything fits into my show or our show, we'll slap it on. But seriously, keep in touch. It was Raymond that got me into contact with you, which was a bit bizarre out of the blue.
Well, just I don't know if you're aware, but obviously Ramey's is an artist himself.
Yeah, I know. He started sending me stuff. I'm like, where's this come from? All of a sudden, I was like, what's this?
I know. Some of it's fantastic. So we've put together a little small EP, and that will be going through Red Tangent Records soon.
But what I've noticed about him, I never used to see him on social media, right? Never see you seeing social media, and now I just see him chatting and doing stuff and walking around and sat there, and I'm thinking, wow, that's a total change to me because I never really seen that.
Interesting stuff as well. I've been watching a few of his videos, and it's really interesting stuff.
It's bizarre. So well done, Ray. Thanks thank him for hooking us up because he said I need to chat to you, and is that how you met? Did you meet through that?
Yeah, I went to I was last year. I went to go and visit Adwell, and he was there at the time. So I went to go and tell him about Red Tangent Records and to give a little performance and things like that, and that's where I met him. And he contacted me when he got home.
Yeah, and I think you've probably really, really helped him and really inspired him, because if he's an example of what happens with people, well, you're doing a bloody good job, because, like I said, I never used to see him on social. Now I see him all the time, and he's writing stuff and he's sending me things. And I see a confidence. I don't know if that confidence. I didn't think that confidence was there before. It might have been, but
all you need in life, if you're one person that believes in you, that's all you need.
That's it, mate. If everyone's a bit like me, I found out I was dyslexic when I was an adult. But most dyslexics, they get told they're thick, they're stupid, they'll never amount to much. And guess what? You'll end up being thick, stupid, and never amount to much because you won't believe in yourself. And there's a high proportion of people in prison that are dyslexic, not because dyslexics are criminals, but if you can't get a job because of that, etc. But also dyslexics are very entrepreneurial. So guess what? They will move their talents from from being contributing to society to try to scam people or whatever. So that you know what I mean? It's a shame. So yeah, what you're doing and people that help people that shouldn't be there and they come out and got something. Well, I thank you because it's helpful for us all, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, thank you.
Excellent, man. Well, good luck for the future, and
Yes.
please keep in touch. Let me know what's going on.
Okay.
Let me know about your big announcement or what have you, and let us know when your album comes out, and we'll check that out, and we'll speak to you soon.
Right, mate. Thank you very much.
Cheers.